W1AW stroke 7.
Kilo Bravo 5, Juliet Sierra Bravo. November 9 Romeo Delta.
N9RD 59 Utah.
Thank you. 59 Indiana. Good luck.
Thank you, W1AW stroke 7.
Kilo Delta 4, Sierra, uniform Golf, Sierra Bravo.
Kilo 0, Mike Papa Hotel 59 Utah.
Thank you, 59 Minnesota.
Thank you.
Para acá de gente.
Y así ellos pueden tener agua para beber. Pues nos vemos.
Camera with me. I'm going to take a ride over there, and I'm going to take a look at it.
This is the Alinco DX-77T. The T means that all the options are installed. That's the additional 500 Hz filter, the PL tone encoder for the FM mode, and the keyer are the options that are installed in this radio, and that came standard for the T version. It's quite a little radio, nifty radio. It has remarkable features for such a small radio. For instance, it has all modes. It does upper sideband, CW low, CW high. You can hear the 500 Hz filter kicking in here. There is amplitude modulation, which works remarkably well. Also for the transmit portion. Overmodulation does not happen in AM. I was surprised to see that. They have very good control for the carrier. There is, of course, well, not of course, there is frequency modulation, which is unusual for such a low budget radio. Most radios don't have that. Even more expensive ones from ICOM have to do without frequency modulation. There is, of course, lower sideband and upper sideband. The radio has a VFO and memories. This radio has 100 user programmable memories. They are easy to call up. For instance, if I go to the memories here, I'm doing it wrong. Here is the memory. I programmed the 60 meter channels in here, as you can see. All the 60 meters channels are in there, and the radio can also transmit there. It was just a simple jumper that allows the radio to transmit for 1.6 to 30 megahertz, and I did that to enable the 60 meter channels.
Kilo 4, uniform Zulu Mike.
We actually got a station. Hardly ever hear anything here because of the noise that I have. This guy is pretty strong. So 100 memories. We're right now on the memories. Here we're back to the VFO. There is a VFO A and a VFO B. Programming the memories is really easy. You just select the right one with this button here. For instance, 6 is not programmed yet. If I then do function memory right, then you will see that 6 will be programmed here. That's the one I just programmed. The radio can do split frequency between VFO A and B, which is also convenient for the frequency modulation mode if you want to use you want to work FM repeaters. There is a priority mode that allows you to watch 2 channels, to monitor 2 channels, one in priority mode, the other one in the regular mode. So the radio will momentarily switch back to priority and then to the main channel again. You can select different filters here. For instance, if I go to the CW mode, I can do CW narrow. I can do CW wide. No one would ever do that, but it's possible. The AGC is programmable for different settings. There is a high-low power. This is when you have an external tuner. The tune button will activate that tuner. Mode switch we already discussed. Select is kind of interesting. Let's go back to single sideband. There is a I'm sorry, RF. I was talking about RF. Has 3 attenuator settings and 1 preamp. I never run the preamp. My noise level here is too high, I guess. Even on 10 meters you don't really need it, but it is there. Select, I was going to tell you about. There is different modes here. For instance, this is the standard setting. This allows you to switch between memo channels. This allows you to switch between bands. So this lets you cycle through all the ham bands. This lets you step in 1 megahertz steps. This lets you step in 100 kilohertz steps. So you basically can get to any frequency quickly by selecting the correct tuning method, frequency select method. Hams will mostly use the one here, of course, where you quickly step between ham frequencies. Radio has a squelch, and of course the volume control. There is a repeater tone option that can be set with the function. Well, not in USB, of course, but in, hang on, in, oops, frequency modulation, and now you can set the tone function, or turn it off again. The radio works remarkably well. The receiver is sensitive. This radio was tested for 95 dB dynamic range, 2-tone dynamic range, which is pretty good for such a radio, a low-budget radio. The radio, for instance, performs better than many ICOM radios that don't even have the frequency modulation. So this was a good design for Alinco. It actually is built very well. It does not feel cheap at all. Everything feels sturdy. The inside looks very nice. It is built up very well without any clutter. And the performance is excellent.
Oh, very good, very good. All right. This your radio working. Yeah, all right.
Propagation is not great today, so there is not too much going on, but it's just to give you an idea.
For you on the other kilo over.
It has a front firing speaker, that's kind of nice. This is where your keyer goes, external speaker. Phones is possible. There is a dialogue. Forgot to tell you about that. And there is a receiver increment tuning. And there is a IF shift. That works pretty good.
I had that wrong, but thank you, Tom.
Nice little radio. We will demonstrate you the transmitter, modulation and power. For that we'll use an FT817 as the monitor receiver, and we'll switch to the dummy load. We got both radios at 14.3 right now. Show you the modulation. A little bit more volume here. 1, 2, 3. Frequency is accurate. Modulation sounds very good. We're doing 110 watts on this frequency. We'll go to lower sideband. Do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 testing, lower sideband. We'll check the amplitude modulation. This radio has good performance on amplitude modulation, I'll show you that. It keeps the carrier very constant, which is usually a problem for low-level modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, 45 watt carrier, and it's kept very constant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Works excellent. Let's go to frequency modulation. Frequency modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frequency modulation. 110 watts, 115 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check the receiver in that mode for the Alinco. Oh, a little bit too loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frequency modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works very well. So almost, you got it on the Alinco DX-77. We will quickly check the power, output power on all bands. We're now at 160 meters. It's about 110, 115 watts. Go to the 80 meter band. Got about 120 there. Go to the 40 meter band. Obviously we're still on the dummy load. 120 watts on 40 meters. 30 meter band. 120 watts. The 20 meter band. We just did that, but what the hell. 110, 115. We're at the 17 meter band now, 18 megahertz. 115 watts. The 15 meter band. 100 watts. A little bit outside. No, I'm still in the band. Okay, 24, that's the 12 meter band. 110 watts. The 10 meter band. That is also 110 watts. Let's go to the memories. Hang on. We're at the... Here we are at the memories. Let's go to the lowest 60 meter frequency. We're at channel 1 for 60 meters. And that is 120 watts. As you can see, radio transmits on all frequencies, including the 60 meter band, and puts out between 100 and 120 watts, excuse me. Depending on the band, it varies a little bit. And that's quite a lot of power from such a little radio. So you can use it mobile, you can use it on your desk like I'm doing here right now. Go back to the... well, actually I could just do this. Back to the antenna.
Busy up here in the woods, over.
Yeah, Roger.
Like I said, not too much going on.
This is a net that meets every day, except on Sundays, to support the Salvation Army during times of disaster. We are a membership organization with a website at Saturn, I spell, Sierra Alpha Tango, Echo Romeo November, Oscar Romeo Golf, where you can learn more about us. Have a great day, everybody. The frequency is now returned to normal amateur use.
And that's it. The DX-77, this is the T version. In mint condition. I got the original box with it. And all options installed, works perfect. I think the previous owner has hardly ever used this radio. Actually, it had never been opened. I opened it myself to to remove the jumper for the 60 meter band, and that's its only thing that ever has happened to this radio. It is brand new condition. Thank you for watching this video.
Right beside it, and you cannot hear the amplifier at all. So the chimney really reduced the noise. Now the chimney is up to about an inch below the cover. It's two reasons for this. I find out by the very low chimney at the bottom, you have a lot of heat running in this RF section, and those doorknobs capacitor really hate heat. And I'm quite sure they drift in microfarad if you have operating a long transmission or running RTTY contest. Now, almost 90% of the air now is go out.
Good signal, out in the clear, no QRM, and I'm very pleased at 10 metres of rating for the world. Roger, QDH on the east coast of England, 100 kilometres northeast of London, and we're running 400 watt per element cubicle quad. The driver is an Alinco 746. That's the story, 9 Delta 2, Hotel Hotel, Golf 3, Mike, Golf Whiskey, listening.
I don't know, maybe you should shut the compression off and just work with the mic gain. I don't know.
I think that there's a transistor in that microphone that once it's distorted, so it's going to be...
For United Ocean America. Yeah, Whiskey 2, Delta Radio Whiskey. Hello, Dave. Good to work you again. We spoke the first of the month, and you're still out. You're 59, like you were the last time